The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, 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 hello. Can you guys hear me? If you can type in the chat, yes, Billie Jean, I can hear you. What's up, what's up? Constance, I see you. Hello, David, Sharp. Oh, there's my guy, Sharp. What's up, man? Teresa, Ruben, Cheryl, Mark, Tim, Don. Okay, there's a lot of yeses. I like the energy in here. And there's no way I'm going to be able to say all your names, so I'll just pick random ones, right? Edward, Pamela, Kimberly, Trevor, holy shit. Where are you guys at? Where are you coming from? It's always fun to kind of see where everybody's scattered around the world. North Carolina, Des Moines, Detroit, Vancouver, Istanbul, yeah. Portugal, what's up? Colorado, Norway, San Diego, you already get brownie points right there, John. Bay Area, all right, I'll take that, Mike. Vegas, you definitely don't actually work, Edward. Stop pretending. Couple people from North Carolina. Shout out to Texas, Teresa. Alberta, okay. LA, man, babe's from LA, and I got to be honest with you, can't stand LA, worst city ever. I'm thinking about kicking you out of the webinar right now. That's how I feel about it. Parshell, you're no stranger to this. What's going on? I'm just giving you a hard time. I won't really kick you out from being from LA yet. We'll give it a couple minutes here for the late birds to kind of hop in, and then we'll get everything started and going. I'm actually going to bring in Alex and Rena on this call too. You guys want to say hello? Say what's up. Alex, Rena, say hello.
Hello. Hi.
So Rena and Alex are here with me. As if you guys seen any of our videos, you've probably heard their names mentioned multiple times. And they're going to be fielding the chat. Well, Rena will be fielding the chat. Alex's chat thing's being funky, so she won't. So you just get to hear her lovely voice. And yeah, so we're all kind of going to be here. This is going to be a very informal, so to speak, training. Very conversational, where you can actually ask questions. Feel free to talk shit. Feel free to make jokes, and be ready to learn a lot. So, yeah. Any final words for them before they get trapped into this webinar?
I think Billy just gave me a compliment. He never does that.
Yes, I'm in a great mood right now. Matthew, what's up? Lakeisha, hello. Hey, I have a question before we really jump in here, because you see we got a lot of things to go over. What made you guys decide to come to this webinar today? I want to make sure I go over the right information. What do you need help with the most? And like I said, this is going to be very like we're talking and having a conversation. So what made you guys decide to come? Need help with marketing programs on Facebook? Okay, Kimberly. Setting up thank you pages. That's pretty technical. Nicholas, retargeting. Nicholas, getting clients. All right. I watch everything you do, Constance says. Shout out to you. Thank you. Learn how to market myself on Facebook. A few clients I work with. Wants to know what I can get out of the course that we offer. Clicks into customers. Getting clients and attractive on Facebook. Learn how to market because I want to work from home. Okay, cool. Increasing customer interaction, not just followers. That's you see we put out a lot of content. And then just so I know, how many of you are familiar with me? Most of you should be on this particular training from advertising, but how many of you have seen like our 5 minutes with Billie Jean or 30 skills, 30 nights, or been to previous webinars before? What to charge, how to charge, I see that. Benjamin says, not at all. Someone says, who the fuck are you? What's up? I'm Billy. Yeah, most of them. Some people order the flash drive first time. Heard about you yesterday. You know me a long time, Mike. Good stuff. Yep, seen all your shit, quote unquote. Doing clicks into customers in May. Love it. Welcome aboard. Steven's new. All right, so we've got a pretty balanced act. So some people have, some people have. So this will be fun. All right, then let's jump into this goodness here. All the late people are just late. Okay, cool. Got the thumb. A lot of people got the flash drive or the thumb drive, whatever we're calling it. Never heard of you until I stumbled across you on Facebook. Tracy, you know what the secret is? You know what the secret is, Tracy? We actually stumbled upon you. This was intentional, you being here. We'll go into that today. So the title of today, and you're going to learn so much more than this shit, but how to use Facebook to find lots of customers to pay you what you deserve. All right? So let's do this. Uh-oh, slide's messing up already. So there's our team. Welcome. Today we're going to make you an offer you can refuse, but only after teaching you a whole bunch of cool shit. And so this is a picture of us. If you've never heard of us as a company, we are definitely an outside of the box, marketing company. So right below me to the diagonal bottom right is Rena, who's also on the call too, who can talk. And then Alex is on, where are you, Alex? Alex is on the back row, two to the right of me that are also here too. So we're a real company agency here in San Diego, California. And we actually do this shit all day, every day. Right now will be the only time that you can use your phones. I'm going to make you put that shit away because there's no point of you being here if you're just going to text message the whole time. You're wasting everybody's time, right? Okay. So my office is in Little Italy, David, not El Cajon. Snapchat, follow me, ask Billie Jean. It's really not that exciting. I don't do that much. Most of it's work stuff. But if you like business and an occasional joke every now and then, and just kind of seeing the ins and out of the office, the agency, what we do, then it may be for you. So right now you have about 30 seconds to take out your phone and follow me on Snapchat, and we will send you a little something extra if you do so. I don't know what that is because I just made up that incentive right now, but I promise it'll be good. So continuing on, what you're going to learn today, right? You're going to see the exact sales presentation that we use to close 95% of our clients. So I want you guys to walk away with that strategy and be able to use it. The campaign I use to jumpstart my business to go from nothing to 10K in a day. How to turn page likes into paying customers, how to turn complete strangers who've never heard of you into high-paying customers, how to take your current and previous customers and get them to happily pay you on auto bill every month, because there's nothing worse than having to find new clients every single month. It's like starting a new business. And so lastly, how to work from anywhere in the world. Somebody mentioned that they'd like to do that, so cheers to you. Okay. About this Billie Jean guy, first of all, it's the first headshot I've ever taken, so I definitely had to put it on here because I thought it was a good picture. Shout out to me. Father to beautiful baby girl Kailani. She's like 10 weeks old right now, which is pretty cool. Creator of the best Facebook course ever, Clicks into Customers, and CEO of a 7-figure ads agency located in beautiful San Diego, California, and the worst harmonica player in existence. That's a true story. So I don't write that part about myself. I think it's weird to talk about yourself. So thanks, Alex, for hyping me up right there. And I'll spare you guys the story. A lot of you are already familiar with it. But I think it's important to understand who it is that you're actually sitting with right now. So, of course, we didn't just come into this agency thing and all that stuff. 4 years ago, things were actually pretty shitty. I was 50K in debt, had a failed business. It was a mobile oil change company. So we used to actually go out to places and change oil. Lived with my mom till she kicked me out because I didn't finish my very last class in college. That's a true story too. So so when she found that out, she was like, yeah, you got to go. And so then I was just kind of living on friends' couches and living in my car pretty much until my house got towed, which was my car. I had a bunch of stuff in there and it was gone. So that was kind of my low. And right now, honestly, I laugh at it because it's part of the struggle. How many of you, just so I know, right now can relate to having some kind of struggle like this? Maybe it's not the same, right? Maybe yours is different. But how many of you can honestly say that you know what it's like to not have enough money when you pull up to go get food and then just have to order off the dollar menu or something like that? A lot of people. Cool. Love it. Love it. Good stuff. Well, hopefully we can change that, right? We don't want to be in that situation forever because it's pretty fucked up. But I'm getting all kinds of honesty. I love it. I love it. Okay, good stuff. So that's why I say, right now, everybody has a unique struggle. So, when I read this, it's funny to me. It's not like, oh, my God, I can't believe this. I was so sad, and I lived in my car. I was having a blast. I was just in my car. I didn't have anything, didn't know where I was going to. I just figured it out, right? Just made light of the situation. So I encourage you to do the same. Now, Billie Jean is marketing spends. We spend, probably a few $100,000 a month. This is one of our advertising accounts that we spend from. It's got 74 grand from March 14th to April 12th. Why am I showing you this? Because I think it's really important to show you real shit. If you've been to our previous trainings, you know that the one thing that we hate is when people kind of come up and say they're experts or they make stuff up. And I'm the most skeptical person on the planet. If you tell me you do something, I'll ask you 30 questions in between, and I'm probably not going to believe you unless you can show me. So I think the best way to sell anything, quote unquote, or to gain trust is to be 100% honest. I just told you it was really shitty for me at first. I told you my company failed. And now I'm showing you our advertising account, right? Someone put, quote, follow those that show, not those that know. Yeah, exactly, right? And so as a company, I think so what is this, Alex? I don't know. Alex put the shit in today. So from March 1st to March 31st, this is our agency recurring revenue. during that month of March, 134 grand. And then this is from our course, Clicks into Customers, $110,000 from March 2. So you put those together and we're doing, it's not bad over here. We're growing like crazy, but you got to remember, like, this is the guy who had negative dollars in his bank account, right? So this was kind of important, and it's a big deal. And when I look at this, it's still pretty surreal. And again, do I show you this to brag? Not at all. Doesn't matter to me. But at the same time, so many people, especially, right, how many of you follow some internet marketer who's just completely full of shit? You'll be online and it shows up in your Facebook newsfeed or your Instagram, and they retarget you, and they're full of so much, right? So that's why I'm showing you this, is to say, look, we do it, whole 9 yards. So how do we do it? That's what we're going to talk today. And I want to talk to you guys. I've never actually created a presentation like this here before today. So there's a lot of new stuff. So even if you've been to our webinars in past, you're going to pick up a lot of good shit here. So the one thing I'm going to urge all of you to do is to take an insane amount of notes, right? So make sure you have a paper and a pen next to you. Put your phone down, because if you take even a fraction of what we have here, then, Anthony says he can learn more without cursing. Hey, I totally respect that, Anthony, but you're in the wrong fucking webinar player. Like, that's what I do. We stick to who we are as a company. I don't sugarcoat it for anyone. I'm not for everyone. I'll tell you that right now. A lot of people hate us or hate me. I won't throw that on my team. But they're not fans, right? So we're either for you, and hopefully we are, and if we're not, that's totally cool. We can still be friends, Anthony. We won't be able to talk to each other. Maybe we'll Skype and just watch each other so we don't curse or anything. I don't know. So anyways, I think you guys are getting my personality right now. So let's get into it. Couple of things. How do we do it? How do we create this revenue stream? Number one, have perfect timing. Okay, and I'll explain what that means in a second. Number two, have a skill set. Be able to do something that somebody else can't. We're really good at turning clicks into customers. And then number three, have a sales strategy that works 95% of the time. I know that sounds extreme, but I'm being dead serious, and Alex Arena can attest. At this point, when we're on the phone with someone, we close, and I'm going to show you that presentation towards the end of this, so that way you guys can do it too, right? Let's get to it. Something you guys got to understand, when I say timing, I'm talking about within the global economy. I'm talking about within the industry, and this is important. TV, radio ads, print, direct mail, quote, that shit doesn't work anymore, Billie Jean. But businesses still need customers. Question, how many of you that are running a business or providing any kind of service are really still seeing effective radio and direct mail ads? Right? It's not impossible. I'm not going to say this is possible. You can still do it. But I mean, does everyone agree with me here? I don't think you need to be a rocket scientist to know that this wave is kind of past, right? So someone says they're selling print ads. You're going to change right now, right? Or maybe you're just going to add this to your arsenal. But let me go into you with something that happened here. So here's some examples of opportunities being created because of timing, okay? Here's what happened to the print advertising industry. This is a fun example. How many of you remember The Auto Trader? The Auto Trader. It was like arguably the biggest magazine ever when anybody who wanted to buy a car. Just give me a yes in the chat if you remember the damn Auto Trader, right? Got a bunch of yeses. Okay, good. If for someone, so one person who said no, it was a magazine where they basically just have a bunch of cars and you can find like the best deals, all right? So car dealerships were relying on the Auto Trader to bring them traffic. Well, for 4 decades, they were the leader when it came to this. Tracy says she used to sell cars. So did I, Tracy. That's why I use this example. In June 2013, after almost 4 decades of dominating the industry, Auto Trader announces that this is their last ever print magazine. In January of 2000, they were selling 368,000 magazines. That's a lot. Fast forward, in 2013, they were selling 27,000. Their business absolutely got murdered. And now it's 2016. So what did Auto Trader do? They're around. They're just online, right? They got with it. They're online. Let me show you guys another example. So in death, there's life. I like that quote you put up there, Alex. In death, there's life. That's good. So that's a bunch of logos of car shit. And the reason why I put it up there is because even though all these people's business got hurt when the Auto Trader stopped being effective and they were relying on it to get leads, there's also another opportunity that came up because now you have all of these car dealerships out there that actually need our help, right? So that's what we did. On the left here is a blurred out version of a Facebook ad that we did when we brought on Key as a client. I'm going to show you the actual text on almost every ad I show you, but I couldn't on this one. And so I can't tell you how much they paid us. I can't tell you anything like that. But my point is, Auto Trader goes out of business. What do we do as a company? Say, great, these people still need customers. Why don't we be the people to bring it to them? That's the opportunity that exists right now. Let me show you another one. Okay, let's talk about TV. And let's compare it directly with Facebook advertising, okay? So, round one, the cost to run an advertisement on TV versus Facebook. So, thanks to our friends at Google.com, we're able to pull up some quick information on TV ads. Local TV stations typically charge $200 to $1,500 for a 30-second commercial. That's on the local level. And for the national level, it averages $342,000 for a 30-second spot, and that was in 2008. That was in 2008, right? $342,000. Now, let me ask you guys an honest question. Two honest questions. How many of you have $342,000 to run an advertisement or even know another business owner, even your most successful ones, that have a budget to do that? It's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's absurd. Now let's look at Facebook advertising. An ad that most of you are familiar with that are on this webinar right now, okay? The Flash Drive campaign, and says, hey marketer, do you want us to mail your flash drive with some of our best performing Instagram and Facebook ads for free? How many of you in this call saw this advertisement? How many of you did? Cool. Yes. Good. Majority have. A lot of people saw them bought. Hence why you might be in this webinar. Hint, hint. Okay, so my point is, with this, some people are putting some stuff. Okay, so my point is, with this, we were able to put this ad in front of 213,000 people, right, for 21 days instead of a 30-second spot at only $12,000. How long do you think TV is going to be able to charge prices anywhere remotely in the vicinity of what they're doing? Honestly. How many? And that was a 3-minute video. It was long. Dead man walking, quote unquote, from Mark. Okay, so you look at that comparison and you say, this may be a real opportunity. Total cost for 1 minute and 30 seconds of airtime on TV, $32,000 to $96,000. Total cost for us to run an ad 24 hours on Facebook, $575. Okay? Someone says as long as they have the Super Bowl. I agree. So even though I'm showing you high budget examples, you can run right now as just people on Facebook an advertisement, a video ad for $5, and you can reach the people that you want. Let me explain. So Facebook's clearly better there. What's the cost to create a TV commercial? And the standards that the networks will hold you to even be able to publish your work, okay? Let's go into it. So something like this, one of those, adopt a pet commercials, which you guys have all seen before, right? It costs anywhere from $1,500 to $30K to create the videos that are being aired on networks. The average small business owner makes $44,000 a year. That's their revenue. Right? That's not including their expenses. That's a fact right there. You can Google that shit. Okay? Take a Facebook ad. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. You know how we shot this video that you all saw? With my droid, or with Brandon's droid, someone in the office's droid. That's it. We sat there for a second, and how did we edit it? With a program called Camtasia. We use Camtasia for a lot of stuff, but I like it a lot because they have a free 30-day trial. So if you're looking to save money and make a video, do yourself a favor. Take out your iPhone, period, and then literally just, download the free trial of Camtasia and you're good to go. Okay? Cool. And someone said one take. Stephen, in all fairness, I think it was like 2 or 3 takes. We definitely did not nail that on the first time, but, something like that. So television ad, right? $1,500 to $30K or literally for free on your smartphone. It's ridiculous, right? So let's continue. Facebook's still dominating over TV. And lastly, targeting. Targeting an ideal audience, okay? And this is where Facebook just blows everything else out of the water. So if you want to advertise on TV, at best, you can choose the station that you're advertising to. MTV, ABC, Cartoon Network, shit like that. When you're running an ad, maybe you can choose some more locations to target. But at best, that's as specific as your advertisements will be, okay? Now let's take a look at Facebook, right? We can do absolutely targeting people by their gender, by their age, by their country, where they live, all that good stuff. In addition to that, we can target people by if they have a college degree, if they're married, if their job title is advertising chief marketing officer, director of sales marketing, marketing executive, right? So when you, now why I'm doing all this and going into detail about this, because I want you all to envision yourself pitching the same shit to a company. You have all these traditional companies out there that are still relying on these old things that are dying. And now you come to the table and say, look what I can do for a fraction of the cost. Do you think that may be an easy sell? Just type yes if you understand where I'm going with this, because this is important and it affects all of us and it's changing the way we all do business, regardless if you like it or not. Okay? Cool. Got all the yeses. Good stuff. And then lastly, we can get even more specific, right? So we can create an audience based off of people who have previously bought our courses or something like that and say, Facebook, find us more people who are similar to them. That's how we found a lot of you, right? That's how we found a lot of you. So it's pretty cool. You can do a lot of fancy stuff. I won't get into too much of the techie stuff, but if you're wondering how we did it and how we got in front of you in the first place, well, this is part of it, okay? So round 3 winner, Facebook. So Facebook dominates over TV, no questions asked. That's a knockout punch. Hashtag Alex, I like the image that you chose here. It's kind of cute. Okay, now let's continue on. Facebook and Instagram are responsible for 100% of our agency's revenue, right? So that screenshot I showed you earlier of exactly what we did in March, so there's no confusion. It's all because of Facebook and Instagram, platforms that you guys have access to now. There's nothing that we do internally that you don't have access to. The difference is we know how to use them. And hopefully today I can show you some examples so you can get some ideas too and take it with you, okay? So going on further, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but people are relying on Facebook. A lot of people ask me the question of, Billy, what if Facebook goes out of business and it just stops all of a sudden? And I tell them, Facebook has 1.5 billion people using their platform. Something crazy like 800 million people a day. The news is trending on Facebook. People rely on Facebook to get their data. People are building businesses off of Facebook. Pundits are using Twitter handles to follow them that are on TV. Where the fuck is any of this going? You know, it's like, wake up. This is the new ABC, the new NBC and all that stuff. This is what's happening. You can either get on board with this or you can get left behind in the Stone Age. Quote, do you want to be a smart marketer or be left behind? So let's talk about it. I want to show you guys something to paint a picture for you, a very real one. Does anybody know who this guy is? PewDiePie. PewDiePie. I don't know how to say it. Just type yes if you've ever heard of him, because I haven't before, right before this presentation. Anybody? God, a lot of people actually have. You know, a lot of people haven't though. Okay, well that's good because he's one of the highest paid YouTube stars on the planet with a net worth of $12 million. All right, $12 million. And I had to do this because I thought it was so ridiculous. I haven't seen any of his videos, but this is what he gets paid to do. He gets paid to comment on what other people are doing. I'm just going to play you a snippet so you get an idea for how ridiculous this is.
Let's go, Redskins. The Try Not to Laugh Challenge, made by Mouse, _1466. Oh, if it's a challenge, then...
This is all the guy does.
It's on. Worst beatboxer ever. Get up and down, lose that sound.
That's it. I'm not going to waste any more time on it. He just comments on other people making videos. But you know what he did better than every single one of us in here and why he's worth $12 million? Because he took action and he didn't wait. Right now, I consider he was on YouTube in 2010, right? And that was even still after it got going. He's kind of one of the late bloomers, but he just jumped on the opportunity. He jumped on the opportunity that we didn't. So perfect. Someone says he gets paid for that. I can do that all day. Tracy, I'm sure you can, but you're doing it too late. Because when's the last time, I want to actually ask this question. When's the last time y'all have posted a picture on YouTube? When's the last time you guys have posted a video, I said a picture, posted a video on YouTube? If ever. Yesterday, right? Today, some people. Cool. And on average, how many views are you getting? And my bad, I guess I got it wrong. His net worth is supposedly around 50 million. Someone says none. Someone says 50. Someone says 48. You know, a few thousand, 500 to 1,000, 2 to 50. Someone says over 9,000. But do you guys see where I'm going with this? We slept on YouTube, including us. We slept on YouTube. An opportunity that was right in our face because we said it's a fad. Just the kids are using it. We're not going to go through it. Do not be one of those entrepreneurs right now with the opportunity right in front of you and fucking sleep on this because you will regret it. We've been lucky enough to take action on this opportunity, this Facebook stuff, and it's responsible for 100% of the revenue in our company right now. So I decided to make the first 20 minutes of this presentation as a big wake-up call to everybody here, as a really big wake-up call. All right. So now let me actually show you some cool things and like strategies that you can use. But I thought this was worth it to actually spend time to wake everybody up because this is going down and it's going down regardless if you jump on it or not. Okay. Was that helpful though to go through that and kind of just go through those stats? Like as we were creating, I was like, damn, I don't even think I realized that, you know? Cool. Okay, good. Then we're on the same page, but it gets way better. So let's do this. Evolving into a smart marketer. Businesses need your help. And I'm here to teach you how to use Facebook and Instagram ads to help them the same way that we do, okay? So this is the bold prediction that I'm going to make, and make sure Alex and Rena were recording this because I want to play this shit in 5 years. Entrepreneurs that are going to fail in the next 5 years, I'm calling it right now. Number one, entrepreneurs who don't have a social presence. If your customers can't find you online, trust is gone, and so is the sell. How many of you here are only here right now because you saw some of our previous ads before, maybe a couple of our videos, and so you felt like, it's worth to hear him out? How many of you stalked us and actually went to our website, right? That's what you do. If I referred you guys to a company right now, what's the first thing you're going to do? What's the very first thing you're going to do if I refer you to a company right now? And I say, hey, you guys should use this. Someone puts, go to the website, check them out online, check their pages, look for their site, go to their Facebook. Exactly. The companies that are thinking they can go around without this will die. That's prediction one. The second person, entrepreneurs that don't know how to take someone using a mobile device and convert them into paying customers. Let me tell you this. This is most businesses right now, right? And what you got to realize is that 50% of the people that come to your website right now are on your cell phones. So let me ask another question. When you stalked us, how many of you were on your cell phone? When you went to go look us up, how many of you were actually doing that on your cell phone? Most of you. Most of you are actually on your cell phone doing it, right? So that's my point. If you don't know how to take that person that's just browsing on their phone and then turn them into money in your pocket, you will go out of business. I know that sounds harsh. I'm being real with you because I don't want that to happen. And lastly is entrepreneurs who don't know how to use paid advertising. Paid advertising. How many of you are living in the mindset right now that to gain business, you don't have to spend money on advertising? My favorite thing that I hear from a company is this. Man, I've grown my business and I haven't had to spend $1 on advertising. How many of you is that right now? How many of you are guilty? Because I got a question for you. Just tell me. You can be real. You're behind a computer. Nobody can see you. Might as well tell the truth, right? And you're proud of it too. I don't spend any money on advertising. Psh, are you crazy? Great. So my question to you is, what happens after your referrals are gone? What do you do to get business? All of a sudden, the buzz goes off from that one article that you got someone to feature you on that lasted 2 weeks, and now you're sitting there. Now, what the fuck do you do? Someone says more cold calls. Someone says die out. Someone says very little, right? That's why paid traffic will always be more effective than free. Always, always, because it's predictable. You can control it. I wanted to have a webinar, so I ran an advertisement to get it done on demand, okay? So let me give you an example of number one, and that's starting with what you guys all saw. So with us, I was really against building like a brand and putting out content out there for way too long. The first few years that we had this business, it was really just, you know, it started with me upstairs at my mom's house, and then, you know, I brought in people like Rena that's here right now. And I mean, I'll put Rena, if you want to jump on the mic, I mean, tell them how against like putting up like a website and content and all that shit that I was. Like I didn't care. I was all about direct response.
Yeah, it's true. We wouldn't even post on your page. Your website wasn't redone until somewhat recently.
Yeah, we kept it off, right? And it was the biggest mistake ever. And even now I kick myself in the butt because if I started 5 Minutes with Billie Jean years ago when I got started in this game, then maybe I would have $12 million last year, which I don't. Like that YouTube guy, right? So anyways, now we started to do it. You know, we got our likes up on 10,000 of quality people. We got 10,000 subscribers for 5 minutes with Billie Jean and 30 skills in 30 nights. And with that asset, we're able to have a webinar and promote. Okay. And then also, now that we've been able to trust, we're able to advertise to you guys at a much, much lower cost. So how many of you saw this advertisement registering for this training? How many of you saw this? Maybe you saw it on Facebook. Maybe you saw it on Instagram, something along the lines, right? Megan Grice says she saw it. Cool. And so the reason why we're able to affordably do this, and it was only costing us like $1 to get it registered or something, is because you guys were already exposed to us. So when we showed up in your news feed, right, you actually knew who we were. You actually knew who we were. Okay? So continuing on, and now we're about to get into some hot sauce examples. You also got an email. No reason to show you guys this, a follow-up. If you saw it, you saw it. It was written really well, though. We gave you some good hooks. Last is number 2, entrepreneurs who don't know how to take someone using a mobile device and convert them into paying customers, okay? So right now I'm going to show you guys a real-life example of a promotion I think around Black Friday that brought in $50,000, and all we did was send out, I believe it was, Rena maybe could help me, 6 emails and like 3 ads or some shit like that? Is that it? I might be making that up. I don't think I am.
Yeah, sorry, I just unmuted. yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
6 emails.
Okay, so let's get into that, and I'm going to show you guys this. So any of you who have like notes, or like how many of you actually are taking notes right now? Because you're the winners right now. If you're not, it's okay, but just go in right now because I'm giving you real examples here, right? So number 1, like I told you before, our revenue comes from Instagram and Facebook. This is the ad that we ran, and it was a Black Friday sneak peek. So we actually, let me set context to this. This is a client. Their name is Leader Bikes. They got like 1 million likes on Facebook, okay? And what they do is they sell bikes, like really cool sporty bikes like the one you're looking at there. They have an audience. They wanted to blow it out of the water on Facebook, okay? And so what we did to create the hype is we created this advertisement that says, hey, we're going to preview here's an opportunity to preview the prices that we're going to be dropping on Black Friday because everybody wants to know what's going to be on sale, right? So we created a wait list and we ran this advertisement on Instagram and on Facebook to get people on it, okay, to get people on it. So that way they can actually see the deals before they come and they can start scheming and plotting before. But more importantly, we can have a list of people who have raised their hand and identified themselves as, hey, I can potentially be a customer. So we find the lowest hanging fruit. And then we run an ad like this. And it says, want to take advantage of some of our lowest prices ever? Starting at midnight on Black Friday, our entire site will be 40% off. The store-wide sale will run through Sunday, but the deals won't last. Once we sell out of a product, the savings are gone. Click through shop now while supplies last. So we ran this advertisement from that Black Friday to that Sunday. So the key to this campaign, what makes it successful, is the fact that there's urgency. Right? The fact that there's urgency. In other words, by Sunday, this deal is gone. And more importantly than that, it's first come, first serve. So if you're going to wait till Sunday to purchase, well, you may miss the very product that you've had your eyes set on. So you need to purchase now. So this is the ad that we ran. In addition, back on Instagram or on mobile devices, we said want to take advantage of some of our lowest prices ever. And we showed them the same thing with a different image. In addition to that, once they actually gave us their emails, we brought them right to the page where they can go and start shopping and brought them to their website, which is really clean and looks like this. In addition to that, we sent out follow-up emails at certain times, etc., to get people to buy. And we said, hey, it's starting right now. You know, click here to start buying the shit. And we show the prices, the before and after. So you see in the bottom left, at first it was $229. Now it's $137.40. Okay, so we created this campaign. It happened all automatically, so we were able to do the work, you know, a week in advance. And then once Black Friday came, the sales started pouring in. So using this relatively simple process, and again, I'm overviewing, so there are a lot more steps involved to really make it hit a home run. But as you can see, 2 emails, or I think it was 4 emails, where the fuck it was, and 2 ads, and that was that. And that's how we brought in $50,000. That's not too shabby, right? Was that helpful to show you guys, like to actually show you the ads? If it's not, I can stop. Just let me know. But I'm trying to have a conversation here. I don't want to be talking at you. Cool. Good. Good. Okay. So advertisements like this is all a result Because here's the reality. All of you, I want to stress this. Every single one of you on this call right now holds the power to create advertisements like this. At the same time, all of you, most of you in here right now, don't have the skill set and the understanding of Facebook and Instagram and how paid advertisement works to do it. Meaning the only thing stopping you from being able to create promotions like this is learning, right? You see the gap? It's just mastering the skill set. So that's what I want to point out. Let me continue on and show you some other cool stuff. All right, does anybody have any questions before I continue? Anybody like to know something before I go? Going once, going twice? Going 3 times? Okay. Here we go. Campaign resulted in 50K in sales. Someone says, how much time are you putting into those campaigns? That's a hard question, right? Because for someone like us who's been doing this forever, we can put like 4 hours and bang that campaign out, right? But we know exactly what to do because we've run launches like that very frequently, but I can tell you we only spent a few $1,000s on it, right? And we were able to get these kind of results. And so when you can spend, that's the whole point of showing you this, right, is to tell you you need to be able to take mobile visitors into paying customers. So we took a bunch of people who were browsing on Instagram and Facebook, and we turned that into real money inside of their bank account. And we only spent a few $1,000s to get that done. That, my friends, that skill set, what I just showed you, is the difference between making a lot of money and making a little money. All right? So how many of you right now feel like your client's underpaying you? If you're performing this as a service right now, how many of you feel like your clients are underpaying you for doing this? Or if you work within a company, you feel like your boss is underpaying you for what you actually do. And if not, don't say no. Cool. A lot of yeses. A lot of yeses. A lot of yeses. Okay, yeses keep coming. All right. So let's go into this. This is important to note. So if you're writing shit down, this would be one of those things. The goal for any campaign that you're running when it comes to paid advertising is to make a minimum of a 3-to-1 return on your spend. Okay, a 3-to-1. So how many of you can say that what you're doing for your clients right now, whether it's website design or anything like this, or what you're doing for your boss, is making them 3 times as much money? 3 times as much money as they're spending. 3 times. How many of you can honestly say that? Be real. You're behind a computer. You're safe. No one can see you, right? I won't even say your name. I got 2 yeses. Everybody else is saying no, and then I got some people saying sometimes, every now and then. Well, look, you want to know the truth behind, if you can take away anything from this call, let it be this, is if you're not tripling your client's investment, then you are getting paid exactly what you deserve. You're getting paid exactly what you deserve. Because here's the thing. If a client spends $1,000 on paying you, so let's say you have a client that pay you $1,000 a month. Then let's say they also spend $1,000 on advertising. You need to make them at least $6,000 for it to be worth it to them. Okay? For it to be worth it for them. And let me explain why. As a business owner, when you take into account payroll, office space, utilities, etc., just doubling their money, every time you make spend $1, you make 2, isn't enough. It isn't enough because there's not enough profit on that. So this is what I found having worked with about 400 clients, right? That, listen, if you're not tripling, you're not in business. You don't have a real skill set right now if this is not what your service can potentially do. So you can get away with just providing services that you are now, but if there's no money behind it, there's no 3-to-1 return at minimum, you're never going to be able to charge high prices, and you're going to be continuously stuck in the position that you're in right now. It's true. Okay? So, number 3, entrepreneurs who don't know how to use paid advertising, the ability to spend $1 and turn into 3. Let me show you an example of that. How many of you would like to see the campaign that got most of you here today? How many of you would like to see the campaign that got most of you here today? If I don't give enough yeses, I'll just stop right now. You can just go back, work on some other stuff. So let me break it down for you, right? So being here is no accident. What you're looking at here is a very small screenshot, but a screenshot nonetheless of the different audiences that we're advertising to, okay? So some of them are bleeped out. But using Facebook's platform, we can target people based on what you like, right? So some of you may like Shark Tank. Some of you may read certain magazines. Some of you may be a part of a certain group, right? Some of you may be part of a certain group. Totally depends, but that's who we're advertising to here. That's how we first identify you, okay? So we have multiple groups going at the same time, but this will be a fun survey. How many of you right now, and you can be real, how many of you are married? How many of you right now are married or recently married? Just so I can get an idea here. Let me tell you, I'm getting a ton of yeses right now. A ton of yeses right now, right? Now, how do we know that? Because most of the advertising that we do is catered towards married people. It really is. You know, how many of you have a college degree? How many of you have a college degree? Yeah, a lot of people there too, because most of the advertising we're doing have college degrees. So that's how we're finding you, right? So we're really diving in. So that's why I always laugh. Like when you guys come to this webinar as marketers, right? It seems like you're just signing up, but really it was like, yeah, we found you and we put something, you know what I mean? It's all strategic and planned. Okay. Now, again, that's not all of our targeting groups, right? We run plenty of campaigns where someone may not have a college degree, but they have other interests that would indicate that they're entrepreneurs. As you saw in my story, I didn't finish my last class. So even though I went to the University of San Diego for 4 years and did all but one class, I don't have a college degree, technically, right? And so you don't want to completely eliminate that, but nonetheless, it's just one way for us to filter out. Now, let me take it a step backwards and give you more cool information that you probably didn't need to know. How did we even come up with the idea to target married people with college degrees? Can anybody guess that? Why did we choose that specifically? Anybody guess that? Anybody? Someone said for our lookalike audience, drive to better themselves, they have more money, more discretionary income, married people, more accountability, college loan debt, possible higher income, 2 incomes. Oh, that's interesting. That's good. People looking for a change. Well, the reason why we did it is because we took the 500 plus students who have taken our course Clicks into Customers over the last 5 months or so, and we did a search with Audience Insights on Facebook, and we found that most of our customers were married with college degrees. A lot of you have businesses right now with a big list of people, and you don't even really know anything about them, right? So as opposed to us assuming of who we wanted, we found the people who are already clinging to our shit. And that's how we decided that. So once we identified that, then we created these groups on Facebook to find you. Is that helpful to break that down? Or is that too much information? I want to make sure I'm on track here and actually giving you helpful shit. Is that helpful to go through? Okay, good. Let me know if it's not. Let me know if it's not. Now, continuing on, this is the ad that you showed, right? Everything about this ad was extremely specific. So again, we went with the physical product. We went with the physical product that we're giving away because of the fact we had to differentiate ourselves. So how many of you in your newsfeed, probably today or within the last few days, have seen some kind of marketing company try and give you some kind of digital download? Whether it's register for their webinar, whether it's download my PDF, whether it's download my ebook. How many of y'all seen that? Okay, a good amount, a good amount. So immediately we wanted to come different. And so that's why I'm a sucker to sign up for them all the time. You're not a sucker, Benjamin. You're smart. I still opt into everything because I'm always learning, right? You can pick up one thing from everybody. There's always something you can learn. So no, you're not a sucker at all. You're doing the right thing. You can even learn something from a marketer who you think you're quote unquote better at. So what? You can learn something from them that you may have slept on. So anyways, we say, hey, marketer, do you want us to mail you a flash drive with some of our best performing Instagram and Facebook advertisements for free? Right? That's what we asked them. It's physical. Now, as a marketer, who the hell says no to that? Right? The first thing you actually say to yourself, is this a trick? Wait, hold on a second. What's the catch here? Right? Did anybody read that and be like, dude, you're full of shit? Be honest. How many of you are like, come on, this is crazy. This isn't true. How many of you did that? Well, there we go. Thank you. Be honest. A lot of yeses there. And so that's why immediately we jump into, this is the perfect resource for any advertiser who's struggling to find clients, close clients, or keep clients. And then we go into credibility. Business owners want profit, not impressions. After working with 400 plus and spending over $2 million, we're pretty good at delivering ROI. So we ordered 500 flash drives we'll be mailing. So what we were selling against here was not what we were giving away, because hands down, anybody's going to want that. What we were really selling here was trust, which is why we created a video. If your business is sleeping on videos, then your business will be put to sleep. Oh, that was nice. I just made that shit up. Rena, note that right now. Put that as a quote, a meme, or something. I can't even say it again because I don't know what I said. But
I got it.
You got it? Okay, yeah, that was hot.
I think I got it.
Yeah, that was hot. So anyways, what we did here, and the reason why we did the video is because we wanted to see that we're real people, right? I mean, to me, this is my outlook on it, almost every single digital marketer out there in this game right now is a solopreneur, right? Everyone's like by themselves smoking weed on a beach and like, oh, I'm so cool. I just print out money. And I'm like, you know what? No, we have a real business. We're a real team. I'm not on this webinar by myself. I didn't create all this by myself. Like, we're a company. We work with real businesses and not just giant corporations that seem out of reach, with local businesses, with small businesses. We know what they want. We know what they need. So that's why we do the video. Because again, we were going against the theory that this was just too good to be true. To the point where we even open up the box. We open up the box and show you what's inside to make it more real and more tangible. To make it more real and more tangible. So if you guys don't mind me asking, since I have you here, for you guys, what made you actually decide to purchase the flash drive? And there's a couple people on here who didn't come through that campaign, but majority of you did. Majority of you did. So what made you to do it? Someone said the word free. Great deal, someone said, because the ads you had success with, free. I believe in duplication, the content, want more, always learning, good deal, need the info, opportunity to get an ad that might work, yes, and free. Wanted to learn more, thought it was different, wanted to more get customers through feedback, needed help making money, always learning, free, thank you. Okay, so there it is. So my lesson one, if you guys take away anything from this, is spying on your funnel. Exactly, that's what a lot of people do. You're learning from something, right? So that's what I want everyone to take away from this, to get people to really take action, especially if you want them to do the most difficult thing, which is take out their credit card. You have to offer something extremely sexy, something that's such a no-brainer, doesn't matter, okay? Now let's go into it, because here's the reality. Advertising to you costs a shitload of money, like actually finding the groups and putting this ad in front of you, and every time someone watches, we got to pay Facebook. In addition to that, it costs us money to mail out this flash drive. The packaging, the shipping, the labels, the actual flash drives themselves. Plus, I'm taking the risk of having inventory in case we didn't sell, right? All of these things you have to take into consideration, all right? Now we brought you to this landing page, okay? This landing page. And the first thing we did is we collected the information, right? And said, okay, where do we ship the flash drive? And if you weren't already sold, we showed you testimonials of people who have already worked with us, which are killer and true. We also showed you very specifically what we're going to break down. How many of you even got this far down the list to see that we had all this text on here? Some of you probably didn't. You were just already in and didn't. Some of you probably did. And then the reason why we do this, because there may have been one thing on there that made you say, you know what, I'm going to get this flash drive because that will help me, right? And the things we spend $5.95 on is crazy, okay? So going through those steps, they put in their information. What was next? A checkbox that says, once you put in your credit card, do you also want the digital download? Well, yes, you can for $9.95. So then you have that opportunity there. You know, not everybody buys that, but a lot do, okay? Continuing on. Then we ask you if you want the scripts. Some people like to read. Some people like to read. So a lot of people think like, oh my God, I don't want to sell them anymore, quote unquote. And I'm like, by not offering this to you, we're screwing you, because some of you just like to have transcripts and read, and it works better for you. So who am I to not offer that to you? I hate when people think like, oh my God, I don't want to sell. You're fucking helping people and you're not forcing them, right? So get over that right now. I'm telling you, you got to shake that. You got to shake that. And so we get that option here, and then there's a couple more upsells, et cetera, that go through on the back end and opportunities for people to jump on, okay? So that's that. So can anyone guess how much money we made off this campaign? Someone hit this on the nose right now. How much money have we made from this? Okay, got 100K, 125K, 525K, 25K, 10K, nothing on the flash, 75K, 9K, 12K, 79, all this, 15K, zero. Well, we did. We made $0. We broke even. We broke even. That's it. We broke even on this campaign. It cost us a lot of money to get it out, cost us a lot of money to advertise, and especially with the volume that we're doing, we broke even. So I'm going to explain why to you in a minute, but we'll leave that there for now. So let's bring it back to you, right? We're talking a lot about us. Why does all this shit matter to you, okay? How can you make a bunch of money? You right now. How can you make money off of this opportunity that I've been talking to you with for the last however many minutes? Answer in short is learn how to solve these problems, aka turning clicks into customers, right? Turning clicks into customers. Now let me show you something. I want to show you how to take advantage of these fantastic opportunities, and then I'm going to show you how to actually pitch these to clients, okay? So this is a web. The examples that I showed you were selling physical products, etc. But providing this for lead generation is just as helpful. So, here's a company that we work with called Club Pilates. We brought them 224 leads at $6.61 a lead, okay? Real estate, 9 leads, $7.17. We ran an open house recently. One of our students, he ran an open house campaign that we taught him, and he got 200 people to show up to an open house for real estate. Ridiculous. So before I continue, let me ask y'all a question like that. If you can walk up to a real estate agent right now, and then you can bring them 200 people to their open house, how much do you think you can charge for that service? What do you think would be a fair price to bring 200 fucking people to their open house? On what numbers? So I'm not going to continue. Someone says 1,000. Well, Brian, if it's a real estate agent, let's say 3 of them become customers and they sell a house, their commission on minimum is going to be $5K, right? So they're going to make like $20K off of that just from having minimum if they're really bad at what they do, right? So that's how you have to look at pricing. People ask me how to price all the time. Well, shit, if I'm going to bring results like that they've never seen before, please believe I'm going to charge as much as I want. Remember, 3 to 1. So if I think they're going to make $30K, I'll charge $10,000. And guess what? It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. So that's what you got to take in consideration. So my guy Sharp says Arkansas ones are cheap. Okay, but the 3 to 1 ratio still works. So if they stand to make 10K, then maybe you charge them 3K, right? So it totally depends on your area, your demographic, who you're selling. There's no general rule of thumb. You see what I'm saying? So let's continue on. Threading, 53 leads, $8.58 a lead, right? Other industry work, title boxing, 72 leads, $3.44, right? Another one, like waxing shit, 173 leads, $2.67. Paint and wine, 67 leads, $2.65. Guys, this is all using the same skill set I've been talking about. The way we found you right now, the way you're here, the way that we sold those bikes, the way that, we're hosting this webinar and got traffic here, the way you're seeing these stats, it's all with the same skill set that we teach. It's the same thing. It's different strategies and putting the puzzles, putting the pieces to the puzzle in different ways, but it's the same shit. All right, now let's continue on. More wax stuff. European Wax Center, 371 leads, $3.13. Another brand, 156 leads, $6.19. All right. Core Power Yoga, 262 leads, $2.44. Chiropractic, 26 leads, $21.15. By the way, when that campaign finished, I think they ended up getting about 30 new clients for a chiropractor. And if any of you had back pain before, you know that most of those people stick around for a year or two. So what could you charge for that? I don't know. Okay. Dave & Buster's, some of you may have heard of it, 374 leads, $4.15, plus a bunch of people to show up to one of their game nights, something like that. Tony Robbins, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys have heard that. Live event, 445 leads, $6.05 a lead. Sold a whole bunch of tickets off of that to unleash the power within. No big deal. So dog shit, you want to get your dog clean, 211 leads, $1.76, whatever. This is all stuff we've done, but we all did it using the same skill set. The same skill set. Terry says, what's the industry standard for cost per lead? There's not one. There's not one. That doesn't exist. It totally depends on your area. It depends on the company, how much trust they have within the community. Do they have a social presence? There's not one. There's no absolutes when it comes to Facebook advertising, and that's just something that you'll learn as you kind of, work with us, etc. Plastic surgeons, 27 leads, $37.52. Some people are like, is that a lot of money to pay for a lead? Not when they're paying $30,000 for a nose job. It's not, right? So again, once you have this tool in your toolbox, and what the tool we're referring to is the ability to turn clicks into customers, let me show you the presentation that I show to my clients. Do you guys want to see it? Probably not. Y'all want to see that or not really? Like, how do I actually sell them? Because this is what you got to understand. 97% of our clients are not in San Diego. And if they are, even the ones that are, we haven't met them before. We never met them. They're just people in space. We never met the people. We haven't met you guys. I feel like we have as we're talking and stuff. Some of you got personalities. I see your jokes coming through, etc. But I don't. So how the hell can we grow a business being in San Diego and working with nobody we've ever seen face to face? And before I do that, let me ask y'all one more question. How many of you are currently meeting clients face to face? How many of you are meeting clients face to face right now? Oh, yes, daily I'm seeing. The dailies. Got you. The dailies. 1 out of 10, that's still a lot. So here's the downside. Well, let me ask you guys, do you like, or let me ask you a better question. How much time in a day are you losing meeting with clients face to face? How much time are you losing to be able to go out and make more sales? I got a too fucking much. That's how we're feeling right now, right? So again, that's something that I would consider. Now, sometimes it's manageable, right? Sometimes it makes sense to. But again, the reason why I'm showing you the strategy I'm showing you now is so that you can win some of your time back. Because at the end of the day, that's all we all want, okay? So the very first thing that I do when a campaign, whenever I have it, is, or when I'm proposing to somebody, is I use Join.me. Have any of you heard of Join.me? And there's like a bunch of services like it. But anyways, it's just a service where I can share my screen. You can use Skype, you can use Google Hangout, and those are both free. Join.me is free, whatever, okay? So I tell them, I say, hey, we're going to have a meeting. We use something called uberconference.com, if you really want to use ours. And I say, okay, let's link up, and I'm just going to show you what we do. And you know what I do on my presentations? I bring them through the exact thing that you guys just saw. I just show them cool shit we've already done. And so, for example, this is like something that we gave you guys in the flash drive. Some of you didn't even know it because you haven't looked at it yet. Okay? Margaret, I'm sorry. She said, don't swear. I really apologize. You should leave, though, because I do swear. That's how I am. Again, another important, be honest about yourself, right? Now, I may have just lost Margaret as a client. Guess what? That's okay. I'd rather be happy and work with people that I really get along with. What about that? I mean, you can't get more real than that, can you? So that's it. So I apologize, Margaret. This is how I am, and I don't want to mislead you and not curse. Then you get in my course, and then you're mad at me for cursing, and you feel surprised, right? And then I got a pissed off customer. Hey, this guy's honest. I don't like him, but he's real. So anyways, so I see some good questions there, and I'll answer them in just a moment here. So anyways, the first thing I'll do is I'll go to their website, right? And I'll show that I'm like doing homework on them, and I say, hey, I'll give them a compliment. Your website looks great, da-da-da. I see a lot of services on there that we can offer and things that we can improve, so forth. And then the next thing I'll do is I build their campaign in advance. Right? So if it was a yoga studio, before even talking to them, when I just set the appointment, I'll literally have their whole campaign due. And so this time when I'm showing, so someone asked a question earlier, they said, well, what do we do if we don't have a bunch of case studies like we do? And this is what you do. You build their campaign in advance and show them what you can do and what's possible. This is how I grew my business. I would build out these campaigns. I show them the ad. I show them these cool landing pages that I could do. I show them the opt-in forms and how they get leads. I'd show them the thank you pages. I'd show them the retargeting ads. I'd show them the email. I would do all of this in advance in hopes to make a sale. And guess what? And actually, I'll have Rena jump on and tell you for real. Rena, you've been with me for what, 2 years? You may have seen me present close to a gazillion times. What percentage of clients do I close on the road when I go through this presentation? Don't sugarcoat or anything. We haven't talked about this before.
I mean, I would say 95-ish. It's almost always happens, but then there's the few that don't close like right away. Mm-hmm.
And then so sometimes, they won't, and sometimes they'll come back later, and sometimes people won't buy right away, but it works. They close, right? But what you'll notice too, and the best advice I could ever give you guys, is if you're not confident you can bring someone results, then you shouldn't be selling like this, right? You shouldn't. You have to learn how to do this and produce it before you can sell it like this. So what's happening in the internet marketing space is you got these guys smoking weed on a beach in a foreign island saying, hey, all you have to do to make money is just open your laptop and do this. And they've created this myth that to be successful online, all you have to do is smoke weed on a beach with your laptop and send out emails. And it's not true. Learning how to do this stuff that I'm showing you is just like any other profession, an attorney, a doctor. You have to put in the time and you got to freaking learn it. You got to put in the time and you have to learn it. Period. There's no easy way to do it. So you have a choice. You can learn the shit or you cannot learn the shit, right? So I'll give you one last tip. And I'll show you what I do once I build out their campaign to get results in advance. I'll go to their website, to their contact form, something like that, right? And then this is what I actually say. So I'm going to show you the real, literally verbatim what I say. Okay. Hopefully it's fine and helpful. Hey, potential customer. In the past, I've seen campaigns like this generate as many as 100 leads in 24 hours, which we've done before. And if you'd like me to run this campaign I created for you, I'd be more than happy to do it. And I'd be more than happy to do it for free. I don't believe in asking for business. I believe in earning it. So with your permission, I'd like to turn this campaign on for a day. And if you like the results we get, we can discuss working together in the future. My name's Billy Jean, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Who's going to say no to that? Make a video, you show people what you can do, and you send it to them. So this is what I like to do for you. Pretty good at it. That's it. Now, obviously, you can't do this if you don't know how to do what I just showed you. But is that not especially for those of you who are really aren't into sales and you don't like to have, confrontational, sales process, is this something that you think you can all do? Send a message asking if you can do something for someone for free and earning their business? Isn't this the way that you would like someone to do your business? How many times have y'all paid for a service, right, that you haven't heard of before, and you're just like, man, I wish I could see if this actually works before I do it, right? Right? Jocelyn, I'm not a genius, but I've been doing this a long time, but thank you for saying that. Okay? Mark says, what's your response rate on the email? I don't know. A lot of people say no. A couple people say yeah, and they make money. I don't have exact stats for you. Okay? So in order to create presentations like this, you must master a skill set. Okay? You must master a skill set. You must master a skill set. The ability to turn clicks into customers. What I'm showing you to create all of this, every single bit, is the same foundation of a 7-step process that we teach, and we call it turning clicks into customers. If you do not know how to do that, you are going to drown, period. If you don't learn it from us, and you got to learn it from somewhere else, because I'm telling you, you will get shit on by somebody else who's working at this stuff to learn it. Don't look for the easy way. Get the true education on how to do this stuff. It'll change your life because it's changed mine. Hashtag was at my mama's house for real. Master a skill set. Create a case study on your own by delivering results in advance. Go out and show people what you did in the case study. That's true. That's the true way to build this business. That's it. That's it. Now, does this take work? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but it works. So check it out. This is how I grew my business. This is our team. We're in Balboa Park skipping for no reason because we thought it would be funnier for the shoot. So complete side note. So you have a couple options right now. You can figure this out on your own, this whole Facebook thing, try and guess what works and what doesn't, and continue just this crossing your fingers method, right? You can just pray, I hope I figure it out. And then you can watch people on YouTube make $12 million while you're sitting on your heels, and now we're all talking about it, and I'm sitting here genuinely mad that I didn't make videos sooner. We can do that. Or, obviously, that's our team. That's our patent friends picture taken in Balboa Park in San Diego. Okay? So let's get into this. What is Billy Jean's camp? All right? This is what it is. Customer Acquisition Master Program, right? Customer Acquisition Master Program. And so besides our group of partners that we work with, haven't offered this publicly to a group before. And previous classes that took it before you, they didn't even have the opportunity to do this because it didn't freaking exist. So you guys know, Billy Jean is Marketing Inc., my company. We will have 2 services that we provide outside of our agency stuff. Number 1 is Billy Jean's Gene Pool, which is our membership site. And number 2 is Camp, what I'm showing you right now. Clicks into customers. The last class we're doing is May 10th, and this course will not be offered again, period. It won't. So congrats on taking action and getting in here. Shout out to you. Also, 2, partner program. If any of you kind of heard of it in the past, it's not even available anymore. That is now crushed. So in regards to working with us, we got the Gene Pool, and then we have Camp, which I'll break them down to you right now. So what's Camp all about? As a Billy Jean is Marketing camper, you'll get, God, that's so stupid, Alex. A camper. Here's what's included. And this is probably the coolest shit ever. Ad campaigns. Ad campaigns. So how I just showed you guys the exact ad campaign, we're going to do one and take it a step further. Let me show you what I mean. We have worked with every industry that you guys ask about all the time, under the sun pretty much. Chiropractors, dentists, doctors, car dealerships, yoga studios, credit card processing, digital marketing agencies, real estate, dog grooming, physical products, martial arts, ticket sales, carpet cleaning, solar, webinars, paint and wine, personal training, Pilates, plastic surgeons, vacation rentals, to mention a few. Was that fast? We've done that. So would you guys be interested, and I'm asking this, I'm not being, rhetorical here. Would you be interested in having us literally use services like Lead Pages and ClickFunnels to just give you these campaigns? When I say give you, I mean literally just here you go and sharing it with you. That's why camp is fucking tight. Excuse my language. It hasn't even been possible before. So let me paint a picture for y'all because I think it's important. Let me paint a picture. Hey, Billy, I have a chiropractor that I'm working with right now. Do you have a campaign that works? Hey, John, I sure do. Hold on a second. I'm going to have Rena go ahead and send it over to you. And then it's in your ad account. Plus, you get a recorded training call of exactly how we kind of set up the ads and manage the account, period. That's what camp is, people. It's for people who want to do this as a career. So I can tell you who this isn't for. If you're having it can kind of go that way too, but it's probably more for, it's for the person who really wants to do this as a career. If you've come through this course, you're on this call right now, and you really believe this can be your change, that's what camp is. It's working with us in specific niches, choosing a niche, getting laser focused, and rapidly growing, okay? So continuing on. Scripts. Did you guys see how I literally gave y'all prospecting script? I told you what to say. I said, here you go. Once you create the video, this is exactly what I would say. You get those. Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Persuasive writing is difficult. So if I can take that off of the weight for you, well, that's what we'd like to do. Okay? Coaching calls. So that's what it is. So when you come into camp and it's an annual program, right? This is, we're looking for lifers who really want to do this and kill it. It's a call every single week. That's pretty helpful, right? Like, it's not just like this is a 6-week program. This is a call every week, but here's the difference. It's all nitty gritty stuff. It's like, hey, Billy, I'm having trouble with this. Like today, just had a call before this one. I'm having trouble with a karate studio. What do you think I should do? I haven't closed them yet. What am I doing wrong? Oh, cool. That's cool. You should blank, 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 and blank. Just rip through 6 campaigns for people on the spot, live, sat there as a group. My guy Brian just joined dealing with carpet cleaning group. We ripped him a new one, but in a good way. Gave him exact strategy of how to roll it out for carpet cleaning. Hey, here's what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to change. Different level of support. But again, this is for people who want to do this as a career. This isn't, a little thing. Okay? So that's call every year. That's a lot of Billie Jean time. I know I'm annoying. Sometimes I apologize. So you'll be spending a lot of time with me. And again, once a week, continued support. Period. Phone number. Right? Phone number. Like we have a call, obviously, see with Clicks into Customers. You can call us, and some of you do exercise that. But you're going to have extreme support, right? We'll have a private Facebook group just for our partners and everybody in camp. And so, yeah, guys, I mean, you can call us. You have our Facebook group when you have questions. If you want to throw it out to the group, just know that you're in a community of people who have all had the same training as you, doing the same things. So on multiple occasions, I've had people say, oh, you're working on car dealerships? So am I. I linked them up, and now they're off to the races doing some shit together. Because, as I said earlier, no one's doing this, people. No one's doing this. No one's doing this. And so there's plenty of people, plenty of room for everybody to eat. It's not like, oh, I need to hoard this to myself. People are helping people. That's the idea, is getting a community of people who are doing the same thing you are and having success with it. In addition to that, every month, I add a new industry. So on one of those calls a month, I will add a new industry to it. So the industries that we have now, which literally you're a click away from getting those, right? In addition to that, I add a new one. So if the group, as a consensus, we vote, hey, Billy, can you figure this out for us? I'll find somebody to do it in the agency. We'll run it through my agency. We'll get some results and say, hey, guys, that was pretty cool. It worked. So go do it. I don't know. I think it's tight. So I don't know. That's me. As a bonus, are you guys familiar with the Gene Pool? Have you guys heard of it? We've been advertising just a little bit, 30 skills, 30 nights. Have you guys seen this? You guys have to see our Gene Pool, the 30 skills, 30 nights that we're doing, the offer. You're also going to get access to that for free. It's $97 a month. As a member of camp, you get that. So really, we'll have 2 trainings a week. One will be focused on industries, campaigns, the exact formulas, dealing with clients. The other will be focused on the skills, right? How to write better headlines, how to write better emails, exact examples of ads that are, working really successful, and actually sharpening the skills to do this better at a higher level. so that you can start earning the clients who, pay you 30 grand a month. So, not a bad gig. Just saying. My sales pitch here it comes. It's threefold here. Number one, I want to talk about the opportunity cost. How many of you went to college here? I think I asked this before. And how many of you actually got your master's? Okay. So I have a bone to pick with the education system. Take a master's degree. Take a couple of years to do it. Okay, some people got undergrad, some people no, da-da-da. You spend 2 years learning, not working, going into debt. I paid, at that picture there, $40,000 a year, University of San Diego, to go into debt. That's $160,000, not including cost of living, da-da-da, undergrad, and that stuff. I mean, it's crazy. That's how much debt you're racking up. The problem that I have with business in particular, because if you're an attorney, it makes sense. You go to school, you go to law school, you work at a firm, you put in your time, you intern a little bit, you get a job. You're a doctor, you go to school, you go to med school, then you do a residency, and then you get to work, right? It's like this 10-year process costs you like $300,000, but at least they promise a job at the end, or there's work, if you can find one. I got plenty of attorneys that aren't working, and a couple of friends in med school that aren't working either. And then you take business, and there's straight up no plan. There's no plan. It's just you graduate, you get your MBA, and then it's, okay, go find a job. And then you end up being a barista at Starbucks, right? Like, it's insane. But yet the schools cost just as much. Question, honestly, especially with this age group, how many of you are still paying off debt or just finished on your student loans? Honestly, I would love to know that. Won't say names or anything, but you can type. A lot of people still paying off debt, I think the average age range here is 40, guys. That's a long time. That's a long time. So it's insane. And am I not giving you actual things to start making money right now this second? Right now this second. Not 4 years of taking a Shakespeare class and all that shit. So for us and from my vision is I want to have the biggest training in marketing education school in the world and the most successful and the most influential. That's what I believe that we can do, and this is what we're starting. So we're looking for people who are looking to do this as a career. Again, this isn't for everyone, but if it is something that you want to do, this is how it goes down. So, success stories. I'll skip over those. I'll show you guys those after as we're talking live Q&A. But yeah, people are killing shit is what you need to know. And so my guy, Mike Arce, tell you about him. Good man. So take Mike. He took clicks in the... fuck it. I'll play it here.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mike, and I'm with a company called Loud Rumor, and this is a testimonial video for Billy Genius Marketing.
Anyways, it's a video. It's real. I don't have the patience to wait. But Mike's killing it. He's got about 12 new clients since working with us. He's working with a company. It's either 10 or 12, one of the two. But it's only been 8 weeks, and he's been working with me one-on-one. Obviously, a partner has access to those calls. So he decided to niche up in the fitness industry, which we obviously have a lot of experience with. My guy, Mike, as a result of doing that, is now in talks with a fitness franchise that has over 300 locations. Already started working with 3 or 4, but now he's on his way to many. So what I'm pointing out to you guys is when you take this training and then you apply it to the niches and the campaigns and you focus, this is what happens. He's so happy with our work that literally we're flying out to Arizona to his office with his team, and our team is going to train his team. And obviously we're going to do a cool video about it so you guys will all see it. But again, why am I showing you this? Because I really think it's more powerful for me to share stories of people who were in your shoes versus just saying what I do. Because I think as like teaching the class, it's kind of like, well, Billy, you can do it, but it doesn't feel the same. And so I thought it was cool to show that. All right. Another guy, Rob Bailey, been working with me. To be honest with you, I haven't seen this. I haven't actually seen this video. So let's watch it.
Morning, guys. What's up? This is Rob Bailey. Just heading into the office this morning and wanted to shoot a short video letting you guys know that basically my team and I have been in Billy's partner program, and it's been awesome. Like basically what we've been able to do is just hand over our client projects to them, and they handle all the fulfillment for us for our client campaigns. So why that's been valuable is because I don't have a single full-time employee in my business. I am the only one that works full-time in it. I've got a couple other people that help me and a few contractors, but I do not have the bandwidth to execute the volume of work that we're booking right now. So what's what's awesome about that is that I am able to still deliver results to my clients and be confident that I can give them the results without having to stop selling every time that I book a new client. So really quick, I'll share with you some of the results they've got me, because that part is important too, at least to me. I need to know that I'm delivering results to my clients. I have a realtor friend who had an open house, and it was for a higher price point home in the $900,000 range. And he had an open house that we helped him with. And I said, hey, you know, do you need help promoting the open house? And he said, yeah, that'd be fantastic. So he was late getting me all the stuff, number one. And so I didn't have the photos or videos or images or anything like that. And so I didn't get his campaign live until Friday morning, because Thursday night I sent all of the stuff to Billie Jean's team. They got it all done for me on the quick, like I think it was up by 10 a.m. the next day. And his open house was the very next day after that, which was Saturday afternoon. So I was a little nervous that, you know, the results might not come in, but what was cool is we generated 17 leads for him, got him a ton of exposure. I think we got like 10,000 people seeing the open house within his local area. And he had over 200 people show up to that open house the next day.
200 fucking people.
So he was ecstatic with that. He was so excited that he decided to run another open house the following weekend. We got him another 100 plus people to that one.
100 people.
And the net result for him was that he got over, he got about 97 leads that were in his database that he could follow up with. He got over he had to stop taking backup offers. He got over 4 backup offers, a full price offer on his house. And he did multiple dozens of private showings, which he had to stop doing as well, because he just couldn't keep taking offers anymore. So he was pretty darn happy with that. On top of all of that, he got 3 new buyer clients that he represented. So I'm estimating that he's going to make at least 6 figures in the next quarter from that one.
6 figures of results that he got his
that
clients.
One house that he did the 2 open houses for. So he's super excited about it all, and obviously we got him a pretty rocking return on investment for what he did with us. So couldn't be happier with Billie Jean's program. They've been really responsive, really awesome. Anytime I need anything, I just text them or call them or whatnot, and they always pick up the phone. And yeah, it's been great. I highly recommend it if you consider doing it. If your business especially looks like mine, go for it. It's going to be awesome for you. All right.
Thank you, Rob, for the kind words. But anyways, again, real person, real thing. And Rob was doing a little bit more with us. He was actually having our team help build it out. So the beauty of it and how this all kind of spawned is we were working with people like Rob, and we said, God, we can just give them their, give campaigns to them so they can get the results for their clients like this all of the time. That's how this all kind of came about. So anyway, Rob's killing it. What he's also not telling you is that he now has sold 2 brokers on that same process, and now he's got brokers paying him. I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, but I think they're paying about $2,500 every month, and he just got this. So Rob, what his story didn't tell you is he was a jack of all trades at first, and I said, Rob, slow that shit down. We need to get you focused on a niche. He chose real estate. It made him a little uncomfortable at first. Now all of a sudden the guy's running open houses where people are coming, and he's getting 200 people to show up, locking in brokers on recurring payments every single month. I mean, not too bad. Again, you saw it with Mike, you've seen it with Rob. These are both guys that I know, I've spoken with personally, and these are the stories that we want to create. Then you take our guy Chris, and a lot of you saw this. Did any of you see our one-on-one with Chris? His story is incredible too, and I'll give you the long story short because this text is long. But he started working with chiropractors. The guy literally made with one of his chiropractors $44,000 or $42,000 in profit, a 23-to-1 ROI. He's now working with 24 chiropractors and counting. So again, he chooses a niche, which we're providing for you. He goes after it, and I tell all 3 of them, I said, don't fucking do anything else except stay in that niche and keep continuing the same process, and you will make as much money as you want. And as a result, you just saw them talking about it. They will, and they are. So that's what camp is about, creating more of these, and us as a community just dominating the local space, just dominating it, and whatever niche that is for you. So again, there's like 50,000 chiropractors. How many can Chris really take on? Enough to make him a 7-figure business and a very, very healthy income. Okay? So how much does it cost, Billy? Save the stories and your bullshit. What does it cost, man? Well, really cheap. $6,800 for the year. It's an annual payment of $6,800 for the entire year, and you're locked in. Now, obviously, I'm going to have my little sales pitch here to get people to take action right away. And what that is for those people who apply to camp today, you have to get your application in today or it doesn't go, and I will hold strong to that. You can get in for $5,000 a year. So that's $5,000 for the entire year. And let me recap to you what you're going to be getting there, to be really specific. Coaching calls every week. Another coaching call in the week for Billie Jean's Gene Pool, which you're getting for free. You're getting access to literally over like 20 niches we've already worked with now. And we're literally in the process of creating all of those in lead pages and ClickFunnels so we can just share them with you in our accounts. You're getting access to our private groups. You can call us whenever you want. So for anyone who's thinking of buying into a quote-unquote franchise, I believe this is the only franchise that kind of exists like this, right? And so, again, it's not a franchise, but I think it's the easiest way to kind of explain it. Annual dues of $5,000, that's it. Coaching, support, all that stuff. Compare that to any kind of education out there, I don't think it exists. The only kind of additional support your school was giving you is when they call you to ask you to donate back to the school, period. So what are you waiting for? If you'd like to do this, go to clicksandthecustomers.com. If you've been there, because again, Clicks and the Customers is actually dying. So once you go through and you use passcode BOSS, you'll be taken to our application form where you can fill out your information there. Once you do that, you and I, or you and Justin, one of the two of us, will actually be taking the calls. So I'll be talking to people about it, seeing if it's right for you. So if right now you're kind of held back, like, I got some specific questions, I'm not sure, well, you can talk with me about it. That's how much camp is to me, is I want to take the phone calls. I want to, I want to be on there, and I want to be talking and seeing and making sure that we're bringing in the right team, because obviously the shit that we're sharing has taken us a disgusting amount of money to figure out. To be able to create a campaign that works for an industry is the holy grail for any marketer. I can sell each one of those all day long, those campaigns, for thousands and thousands of dollars, right? So again, if you want to be a part of camp, clicksandthecustomers.com, use passcode BOSS and apply. If your application is not in today, and I shit you not, you will have to pay $6,800. And after you guys go through this week 5, week 6, and you start getting results, you're going to be like, shit, I really want that additional support and that help, and I want to be a part of the community, and it's going to cost you more. So you might as well get your application in today. Get your application in today. So if Norm says, when can I call? You got to put an application in, because obviously it's going to have to be scheduled. You know what I mean? It'll be kind of just a first, application callback type of deal. And I just obviously introduced it to, my partners that have been working with us, and a lot of those have already jumped on it too. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what camp is. It's about people who want to do this as a career. And honestly, if I can't make you more than the annual dues of $5,000, meaning if I can't get you 5 fucking clients over the course of a year, shame on me. Shame on me. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? I mean, you saw this here. I mean, my guys have been working with 8 weeks, 10 clients plus. Now talking about one of the biggest franchises. Those people just took the course, So is that a money-back guarantee? No, it's not, only because I can't dictate if you're going to actually use the work. I know it works because I got students doing it every single day, right? But if you come in and don't do it, let me paint that picture too for everybody. You have to do the work. We're giving you the campaigns to be successful. I'm on calls answering questions for you twice a week in this call, one for Gene Pool, one for this. We'll be chatting. You can call our team. We're here to support you. We're doing everything that we can. It's up to you to actually get out there and hustle. But I promise you something, Julia. If you hustle, you will make that back 10 times over, period. But you got to hustle. You got to be willing to do the work. So I don't want to paint an easy picture for everyone, but in regards to doing this as a service, whether it's a solopreneur just traveling the world and having fun, or doing this and building an agency like us, or building a business that you just build up a lot of clients and then sell it, well, shit. I mean, it's up to you. But I literally do not know what else we can provide besides actually going and getting clients for you and then running the campaigns for you and then us running the business and paying you to run the business. Like, I don't know what else we could do. I don't even know what else we can do. Yeah, 100%. That's a great question, Julia. She said, will you be helping us keep up with the ever-changing face of Facebook? Hell yeah. That's the biggest benefit is because you guys know Facebook changes. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, you know? So yes, Julia, I mean, again, I'm live on those calls. It's actually me like we're doing talking now. Anything that changes, we're doing. And here's the thing. Every month, we're adding a new industry. Every month, we're adding a new industry. So again, as we learn more, you guys learn more, right? So that's our community. So get your applications in, okay? Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. I think every time I get on these calls, I go back and I say, shit, I was at my mom's house trying to figure out, trying to have my friend, this is true. This is fun too, to think about this. So my buddy Hector, he's my guy. When we go out now, literally, I don't let him pay for anything. So when I was really trying to get the business off the ground, he had Bank of America, I have Bank of America. If both people have Bank of America, they can transfer money together at no additional fee. You can just transfer it. I cannot count the number of times, this is a true story, that I overdrafted and I would hit him and I'd be like, hey man, do you have like $60, whatever? No questions asked, anything. He would transfer me money back. That wasn't that long ago. So anyways, that's what it did for me, this skill set that we're sharing with you. So I really hope you guys can have some awesome stories too. And I will talk to you soon. I'm out of here. No more overdraft transfer shit. No more. I'm done. Later.